Silverstone, home of Formula One racing in Great Britain, where shortly we're expecting the cars to appear for today's practice session. Anthony Davidson, you've driven this circuit more than a few times in your career, and you've been around long enough to remember the pre-wing layout as well. But how do you like Silverstone in its current guise?
Well, the old circuit was a lot of fun, of course, but I do like the current layout. The reprofiled Abbey is faster than it used to be, and I always felt it was missing a sort of slow technical section. And now the corners up at Village and the Loop gives us that. So yeah, I'm a fan, and on top of that, I think it's created some more overtaking opportunities.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. Program complete and a job well done. We got We're down on our target times. Let's try to find a bit more. Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Well done. That lap beats our primary target time.
And then for qualifying here at Silverstone, on what we're hoping will be a tight contest for pole position. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk, and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
Qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Vettel, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy.
Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you? It's got to be a relief to qualify that far up the grid.
Great. Well, that's everything.
We're right back where it all began. The very first World Championship Grand Prix was held here at Silverstone in 1950, with Giuseppe Farina taking the top step of an all-Alfa Romeo podium. He earned 9 championship points that day on his way to the inaugural title. His winning total at the season's end, just 30 points. My, how times have changed. So let's see who can reach the top step of the modern podium today. The 3.6 mile long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and Copse flat out. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Let's talk about Force India. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Hülkenberg, Verstappen, Sainz, Crofty, and Fernando Alonso, Leclerc, Magnussen, Sergio Perez, and Ocon, Grosjean, Hartley, Sergei Sirotkin, and Lance Stroll, Ericsson. They've taken a grid penalty, and Pierre Gasly rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
They should last a while yet, so don't worry about them.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
It's got to be Romain Grosjean. He was in another league for me today, really impressive.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today, as they make their way up the standings. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you there.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went?
Would you say that your rival is still on your level? Not the best way to end a race. What went wrong?
Great. Well, that's everything.
Commiserations on that result. It's been a tough weekend. We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend. You hit your last team goal. Well done. That should get the team a nice boost to their development, and it won't hurt when it comes to your next contract review either.